Good morning, kiddos. It's day 5 of our digital continuity of learning. I hope you had a lovely weekend. We had some nicer weather than expected, and I hope you enjoyed that. I'm in Rhode Island right now, but there was quite a storm last night, too. We lost power for a second. I don't know if the same is true in Gales Ferry and Ledyard. Joke of the day. Why did the Scarecrow win an award? He was outstanding in his field. Today's objectives are going to be to informally connect with one another, to provide specific details to support your ideas, to identify methods of elaboration, and to revise a text for clarity and correctness. Just a reminder that this is the way that our daily class structure will be. You're going to always watch this video and read any notes I give you first, then respond to a discussion question. You guys need to make sure you're answering the whole prompt. Some of your responses are still a little shorter, and make sure to reply to one other classmate. Some of you are doing your initial post but not responding to a classmate. Make sure you do that. And then complete the day's work under classwork. So the prompt today is going to be about what you're currently reading. Most of you indicated on the survey on Friday or Thursday that you still had access to a book and you're still reading. If you're not, maybe talk about what you've been reading online a little bit and what that text was about. Or you could read an article. You can go to teenink.com. But what are you currently reading, or what maybe were you last reading? That's fine. Make sure to respond to one other classmate. The mistake today, we're going to try to do our Monday mistakes, get back into that routine. Obviously, we have to do it slightly different, so I'll show you that just in a minute. You're going to watch one of my favorite TED Talks. It's called Underwater Astonishments. It's a really cool TED Talk. And while you're watching that, you're going to identify methods of elaboration, and you are going to talk about what its purpose is. So let's kind of hop over to our worksheet real quick. All right, day 5 worksheet. So I basically took a screenshot of the Monday mistakes, and rather than having you annotate on it, which could prove very logistically difficult, I'm going to have you rewrite the paragraph. But when you rewrite the paragraph, if you could highlight any changes you make. So for example, flow is a name, it should be capitalized. So if you just highlight over that, click a highlighter, and then you'll have that so that it's easy for me to see which mistakes that you were changing. So get rid of that real quick. Activity B. So if you click on this link here, it'll take you to a TED Talk. You're going to watch the TED Talk. You can certainly pause it. You can look at the transcript if you would like. But the goal is to find examples of methods of elaboration in the speech. So you would write the direct quote, for example, a definition. So if there's a definition, like he says, a cephalopod is a blah, 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 you would write it here and then just talk about how does that help you understand the topic better. Okay. Background information is anything that maybe is past information that could help you learn about his topic, which is the ocean. So maybe, for example, he's citing a source and he says that, the person, the expert was a doctor in, oceanography or something like that, then that might be background. Examples. So if he says, for example, blah, blah, blah. A comparison could be a simile, a metaphor, it could be an analogy, any of those. Description means it puts a picture in your head. Statistic uses numbers. Translation would translate from one language into the other. I think there's one that's in Latin. And a fact is just anything that can be proven to be true. So the opposite of an opinion. Notice that up here it says you can skip any one row. So if you're having a hard time finding a comparison, you can just skip that one. But you're trying to find as many as you can. And then just when you're done doing that, just tell me based on that information, what do you think the purpose of David Gallo's speech is? I want your response to be about a paragraph, and make sure to use specific details. Your specific details can certainly come from this passage, from this chart that you have up here. Okay. If you have any questions with it, as always, make sure to contact me. And have a merry Monday.